What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiju no Kami from the Toku and Animation News Network here at Colorado Anime Fest 2024 with
Cruellica Kain,
and we are interviewing
Ryan Bartley.
For people who might not know what you're from and who are you and what are you from?
I am the voice of Rei Ayanami in Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm Sage in Sonic Frontiers, Pum Pum Purin in Hello Kitty and Friends Super Cute Adventures, Makomo in Demon Slayer, Komugi in Hunter x Hunter, Kari in Digimon Adventure 2020, Alistair in Pokemon, Rom in ReZero, and yeah, a bunch of other fun things.
Oh, the first question I have is actually about Rei from Evangelion. Knowing that the series has incredibly large fan base and was previously dubbed many decades ago, I remember watching it. What is it like to fill those shoes again with a different perspective of a character like Rei, who is so beloved by the fandom?
Yeah. I mean, it's intimidating. That was such big shoes to fill, you know, and I'm so thankful to be given the chance to do that. I feel like with those Evangelion characters, it's almost like Hamlet or something so iconic that like multiple people through the course of history will probably get to put their spin on it and show their interpretation on it, because really, when it's a character, I feel like that's how you know something has really made it, when there's multiple renditions of something. Bugs Bunny, you know, Mickey Mouse, like only the tippy top of that, of the media's tiers. Batman, Spider-Man, only the very best have like multiple versions of a character over the course of years and multiple people that play them. So really it's a sign that, like, you know, this is the real deal. This is an everlasting character that's bigger than any one actor, you know. But it was intimidating, of course, stepping into shoes of people that I look up to. And I will say, I went to film school. I went to USC film school. And in our textbooks, Evangelion is referenced.
Oh, wow.
Because it's that important to not only the anime history or cartoon history, but television history. It really is that big that you will see it referenced in books. And I didn't know how to say those words, but when I saw it, you know, written, I thought it was Evangelion. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways that people think you say it. Even you said it different. You said Evangelion. We said Evangelion in our version. But you know, there's whatever. People say it so many different ways. Evangelion is what I usually hear. Or people ask me, I get that a lot. Have people just say, how do you say? But I didn't know what those three words meant. I saw it referenced in my film history textbooks and all that kind of thing. And I didn't really have any context. I didn't really think that much about it at the time. And it changed my life. I mean, it truly did change my life in so many ways. It's a really well-written story, still to this day one of my favorite shows I've ever been a part of because of the writing. And it started as a heavy role to step into, of course, very emotional, very dark time working on that show, but very artistically fulfilling, and I feel forever grateful to have been given that opportunity. And then the person that plays that character in Japanese, Megumi Hayashibara, she also plays the character that I play in Sonic, which is Sage. So I feel, and that whole game, Sonic Frontiers, is very Evangelion-ish.
Oh, that's
and that character is very Rei Ayanami-ish. So that was really an honor to get to sort of share another role with her and carry on that legacy. But yeah, it was intimidating. I had never seen Eva before working on it. I watched it like as soon as I was cast, binged it. And they helped me, like the production, you know, they made sure that I had reference, and, you know, because it wasn't streaming anywhere at the time.
No.
That was the point of what we were doing, dubbing. So, you know, but I did watch all of it before I started, because that's how I work. I like to be as informed as I can, and I knew this is a very complex thing that I'm going to need to see in its entirety before I can really give an informed take on this character. But yeah, I'm really proud of what we did. We did a very grounded and sort of interpretation of Eva that's like not as playful, I think, as the previous dub. We also had the involvement of the Japanese team. They were really involved in it every step of the way in terms of what we were going to do with the new dub. So I'm really grateful that they were really pleased with what we put out, and I'm thankful for everyone that gave it a shot. I know that's hard to give another cast a shot when you already have a cast that you love. So I'm really thankful for those people that took the time to say, okay, I'm gonna, you know, be objective and give these new guys a shot, because we really gave it our all, and I'm really proud of what we did.
Well, you also did have a Gundam Seed.
Yeah, that too.
But so you were in the new Gamera anime.
Yeah.
Did you know Gamera before this?
I think I had heard of him. Yeah. I think I kind of knew he's like a turtle guy, you know. But I didn't know that much about him. I didn't know that he has this connection with children, or like what his story was. They told me once I got into the studio that, you know, the fan base for Gamera was really excited because there hadn't been any new Gamera content in years, and that was so exciting. I love that. Did you watch it?
Not fully yet.
Okay.
But yeah, Gamera started out as just a Godzilla clone in the 60s. And then he just became his own popular offshoot.
He has his own fans.
Yep, his own movie series in the 90s, and there was a series in 2004, and that was it until this anime.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone out there has any interest in like Godzilla kaiju kind of stuff, Gamera is like Godzilla but a turtle. He's cool. He's really cool, and he likes children, and he's a... Anyway, so I play the lead character in the new Netflix show, Gamera Rebirth. His name is Boko. He's a little boy, and he's really cute, but kind of sassy in his own way, and kind of just a normal preteen boy, you know. But I actually won an award for that, a really big award, so I have to mention it. I won the Society of Voice Arts, we call it SOVA Awards, and they have a category for anime, and we were up against some really big ones this year. Or I guess the award ceremony was the end of last year, 2023, but I won for best anime character performance.
Well, that's a high honor to receive.
Yeah, we went up against, I won't even say what we went up against, because you Google it, but I beat out a lot of very talented people.
So,
somehow.
No, I think awards are always a great recognition of the hard work that anyone puts into it with their passion.
Godzilla -1.
Yes, love it.
Another thing that I saw, and I know we talked about this prior to the interview, that you worked on a show called, it was a live action show, so a little bit different from anime, called LA Macabre, which is like a mystery show.
Yeah.
And I know we only have a few moments left, but I wanted to just kind of get an idea of what it was like doing on camera versus off camera.
Yeah.
Because it's so diametrically different sometimes, because you have to act with your whole person instead of just your voice.
Yeah, so I if anyone out there is interested in kind of indie horror, indie thriller, which I know a lot of people, I hope your audience is into that, but I know that's such a great online fan base. Like, you guys have been already so supportive of LA Macabre, so some of you watching might even know it already, in which case thank you. But so LA Macabre is this like indie created series about a group of filmmakers who are trying to investigate a kind of a Manson-like cult. It's like a thriller, mystery, but dark, a little sometimes kind of scary show. And we made this a few years ago. Cults are so in like, there's so many shows about cults right now, but this was before they were in again, and now they're really in. But yeah, so this group of filmmakers starts to investigate it, and then they end up wrapped up in the world, kind of. And there's creepy crawling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was really, really fulfilling in different ways than voiceover. It's a different skill set doing on camera. I actually started in theater. So voiceover, I would say theater's kind of in between, almost like voiceover and on-camera work. And I did on-camera work more before I kind of broke into voiceover. Oh, sure. So I have done all of these things, and I still love all of these different forms of acting. But with on-camera work, you know, you have to, it's more nuanced. You have to pull everything back, because you're, sometimes just watching somebody think is enough on camera, you know? So, and we're not responsible for that part of it usually in voiceover, because the animation takes care of that. Maybe you have a little nonverbal, but the art of like watching someone think is quite fascinating, and you really get that with the on-camera work. But that character is actually, I play the like cinematographer of the film crew. So even though it was an on-camera job, she actually talks from behind the camera a lot. And we filmed it the way we filmed it because it had an amazing cinematographer named Austin Smoke. And I would actually like kind of stand behind her or like kind of poke my head out from behind her, and sometimes even like reach in front of her so that it looked like my hand was coming from behind the camera, you know, but I was just giving my performance with my voice because my face wasn't on camera, you know. So yeah, even though that was an on-camera job, it kind of weirdly turned into like a voiceover job, kind of, because it's like, but that was just the nature of how it was written, you know. And it was the whole thing is shot, at least the first season is shot like a documentary.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's supposed, so it's shaky camera, handheld, like it's really, we worked so hard on that, like choreographing it where it looks like the characters pass the camera between each other. But we weren't. It has a cinematographer.
That is
so it was
awesome.
Very cool. It's a very well shot show, very well written show. If anyone's interested, like I said, if you're interested in indie horror, indie thriller, culty kind of things, I think it's on Amazon Prime still. It used to be. I think it still is. At one point it was on YouTube. Then Amazon Prime distributed it. So yeah, check out LA Macabre. It's dark. It's really interesting. It's a very complex, interesting show. And then there's a companion series about my character doing her own vlogs, because like I said, I was off camera, and so the creator wanted to give me a way to do more on-camera work and sort of give the audience like a way to see what my character is thinking, because she's really introverted. She's one of those kind of quieter types and kind of shy, and so we wanted a way for her to like open up and share parts of her like with the audience. And so there's like vlogs that are a companion series that intermingle with the show. It's really cool. It's very well thought out by a man named Dan Ast, who I'm very thankful for him putting me on the show.
That just sounds beautiful.
It honestly is really cool. You should check it out. And it won a lot of awards too. It's like an indie darling. It did well in the festival circuit, but yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much.
Until next time.
This has been so fun.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.